Hi everyone, so this video is going to be part 1 of 3 of my cacti and succulent updates, and in this part I'm going to go over my jungle cacti. So I've overwintered most of these on my desk. Those 3 in the back there are overwintered on my orchid shelf. On my desk the lighting isn't that good, so you'll see the growth is not good. So these 2 are Repsalis Celicornioides, and you can see on the right the stems are more plump, but this one on the left, they're more shriveled, except for this one. And this one is Repsalis pachyptera. It hasn't done anything over the winter, and just recently it's pushed out this new leaf, and that one there as well. So this is a Christmas cactus I purchased over the Christmas break, or winter break. It's the golden yellow one with a little bit of pink. I really like this colorway. My grandma has this plant and I wanted to take it from her, but hers didn't look so good, so I was able to find my own at a store, so that's good. And it's pushing out a lot of buds and flowers again, so that's really good. This one is Seleniciereus anthonyanus, and used to be 2 pieces, but I decided to put the smaller piece in the same pot as the larger one. You can see here, so this is one plant and this is the other plant. It's grown pretty okay over the winter. Lots of aerial roots, and you can see this one has a new stem segment there. And these are all my cuttings. You can see that most of them have grown over the winter break, but the new growths they're quite skinny, so they're not that good. But I'll go through each individual plant so you can see how they look. And this one is mini Acker, and it has 2 new stems here. This one is 3 oranges. It has this new stem, and there's 2 more trying to grow here. And it also tried to grow up here as well, and a little bit on this side. This one is Oakley Dominator, and it grew these stems. I really don't like how skinny the stems are, but I don't want to cut them off either, so just gonna leave it as it is for now. This one is Lily Dache. So last year it fell out of its pot because it never actually rooted, and then over the winter it never grew, which is fine for me because at least it doesn't have those skinny growths. This one is Clown, and it did try to grow a little bit, but the new stem got damaged a little bit there, so it didn't really grow all that much, which is fine. This one is red ackermanii, and it tried to push out that growth on the side there. So these 2 are King Midas. You can see it grew this over the winter, and then it continued this growth over the winter. It's so skinny at the top there. I think at some point I want to pot these 2 up in the same pot, just to make my life a little bit easier. And this one is Front Runner, and it grew this one and this leaf, or the stem, over the winter break. This one is Impossible Dream, and this is the only one that didn't grow over the winter, which is good because now I don't have any weird skinny growths. There's 2 stem segments at the top, but that did not grow over the winter, it grew over the summer. So usually with my jungle cacti, the 3 you don't see here, I keep it with my orchids, and then these ones I keep it in a basket on my desk. And if it's warm enough outside, then I'll put it outside to get some sunshine. Because the light at my desk is not that good, so I want to get it as much good light as I can. So this is the one overwintering spot, and here's the other spot beside my orchids. So last but not least is my grandma's cactus. So this gained a very bad scale infestation over the winter break, and I did treat it once with rubbing alcohol, but I had a sneaking suspicion that I had to change the soil. So on a really sunny day I completely unpotted this, removed all the soil, washed everything down, and repotted it. So it's a little bit smaller than you may have seen before, since a few pieces have broken off. Because it's so heavy, I had to put a rock in there to make sure it didn't fall out. Also in the process, it pretty much divided itself. So I've tagged each separate piece with a different color of twisty tie. I know there's red and yellow flowers in there, but it's unnamed, so I don't know which is which. So if each of the pieces bloom, then at least I can see which ones are the same plant. So this one I haven't taken out at all just because it's still unstable in the pot and I don't want to move it around. So right now it's staying on top of the fridge. You can see here this stem started to brown, which doesn't look good, but this plant is pretty huge, so I'm not too worried. That one in the back there also doesn't look that great, but everything else seems okay. It's a little bit damaged because it did get direct sun last year, which it should not get, but I had to make do with what I had. It also has some skinny growths as well, which is not ideal, but again, I don't have much light here, so it's getting what it's getting, and it just has to deal with it. Alrighty, that's my video for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in part 2. Bye!